So a few months ago we did a video regarding Kakashi Hatake's love life in Boruto. Everyone in the community till this day still asks this question: why isn't Kakashi married whereas everyone else is? At this point Kakashi is in his 40s in Boruto, but he hasn't settled down. Everyone else has some piece of action and we know of something. Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki, even Asuma Saratobi and Itachi Uchiha had girlfriends, for God's sake. So Kakashi, being the sexy beast that he is, he must have some sort of chance, right? He's the famous 6th Hokage, everyone knows who he is, and the whole younger generation and many others are all married for years and have kids. But Kakashi? Well, let's go dive right into this topic. Before we get started, no, Hokage is not Kakashi's son. Yeah, they both look alike with the same attire. Some of you may be thinking, well, he can be Kakashi's son with a plot twist, or it just hasn't been mentioned yet. You don't have to be married to have a kid, right? Well, look at Asuma Saratobi with Mirai. And yeah, that's true. This could be Kakashi's son, but judging from episode 36 and the past episodes, why wouldn't it be mentioned at all? Or in the manga, what's the reasoning of hiding such a piece of information? On top of that, if it was Kakashi's son, why wouldn't his son have more limelight or presence on screen? It's the 6th Hokage's prodigy. It would be well known in Boruto and by other students and so forth. On top of that, we know his last name is Hokage Taketori, which is mentioned to be part of a clan just outside of Konoha. So is this Kakashi's side piece action that he had with someone that no one knows about? It's possible, but no, I don't think this is what the writers are doing at all. So that sums up why I don't think Hokage is Kakashi's son. But let's make a conspiracy theory, shall we? He can be related to Kakashi, and you're probably wondering how. Well, Hokage can be the cousin or great nephew of Kakashi via his clan, distantly related, and that's why they look similar, right? On top of that, one translation of the name Hokage is broom, as in she sweeps the room with a broom. If his name was Hokage Hatake secretly, it would mean brooming farmland or something along those lines, and in my head that makes sense. You know how every name in Naruto related to each other like that, and I mean you do have to broom a lot in that type of environment, right? So Kakashi means scarecrow, so yeah, that's my 2 cents. At the end of the day, it's something simple like a design choice by staff, or Hokage is an admirer of Kakashi and he's copying his look. We're just overthinking it and just going balls deep as usual. Let's get back to topic. Why Kakashi isn't married? Well, did he have any love interests? Yes, he did, and some of you may not have noticed. Let's cover everything. For most of the anime and manga, Kakashi Hatake was mourning the deaths of his entire team. If you think about it, Kakashi had a tough life, one of the hardest out of everyone. His own father took his own life. 2 of his own teammates died by his own hands, so it kinda does make sense that Kakashi would be a person that wouldn't feel comfortable connecting with someone again in terms of love and affection because of his history and being hurt from it all. As a result of everything that happened, Kakashi in the start of Naruto, for example, was a loner. Even in his childhood, being an orphan after witnessing what his dad did, watching his best friend Obito Uchiha die in front of his eyes on top of that, and then having to carry the burden of his Sharingan with him, he also had to end up killing his other best friend Rin without any intentions of wanting to. Rin was someone who loved Kakashi. The situation with Rin, Obito Uchiha and Kakashi Hatake was a love triangle, and during the chapter of Obito being crushed by the rock, Rin confessed her feelings to Kakashi, but Kakashi rejected these feelings, and one of the reasons was because of his self-loathing nature, as well as knowing that the whole time that his best friend Obito Uchiha loved Rin. And he did not want to destroy everything in terms of the bonds with one another, and he didn't want to open up like that. It was a very complicated situation. On top of all of this, carrying on with his life, Kakashi had to end up killing Haku without the intention of wanting to, and was also part of the Anbu Black Ops during his ninja career, probably doing even more morally questionable stuff, or stealing intel, destroying things, and so on and so forth, which we all know what it's like for a ninja, and it desensitizes you and all of that stuff. Danzo is one crazy guy. We then cut years later on where Kakashi was a sensei for Sasuke Uchiha and saw himself in Sasuke. He was both arrogant and prodigies compared to everyone else. They shared a lot of similar things with one another. But Kakashi, he couldn't even stop his own student Sasuke Uchiha from turning to evil. And last but not least, the most serious problem of them all is of course not being able to see the end of the series he loved the most, Jiraiya's makeout series, guys. Because of his death to pain, god damn, this world is really cruel, man. And you know what? A fun fact about Kakashi's addiction to Jiraiya, you know his magazines per se, Kakashi had to try and decipher Jiraiya's code by literally reading out P-O to the R to the N in front of everyone. And it was a hilarious scene if you guys can remember. I love this scene. Check this out.
Naruto, その本はどれだ?
よくわかんないけど4、5冊かな。
それはおそらくこれのことだ。イチャイチャタクティクスの。気になってこっちへ寄ってみたら声が聞こえてきてな。お前たちが探しているのはこの本だろう。
イチャイチャタクティクス。
やっぱりジダイヤ様はナルトに暗号を託してたんだ。
頭から一文を読み上げてください。
いや、
なんだってばよ。いいから早く読んでくれってばよ。
本当に愛してる。
Now we can all say it's quite odd that Kakashi is not married in Boruto, but in fact the whole generation of adults in his age range are single outside of Asuma with Kurenai at the time. I mean, since all the younger generation have all had kids fairly early, right? They are around 23 to 24-year-olds when they had their kids. I mean, maybe the Boruto anime doesn't want to focus on that aspect of the older generations with their families, and they're doing it off screen. Or maybe in writing terms, maybe Kishimoto thought that both the older generation with Kakashi, Guy, Anko, Tsunade, and all of those guys settling down and having children at the exact same time as Naruto generation would be weird and hard to implicate within everything, since they wanted to do a sequel, right? It could be said that he could have just made them all be married but not have kids so they don't have to focus on it or anything, but yeah, that would be kind of weird that no one busted any nuts for 10 years to have a kid, right? I mean, this can be considered a flaw with Naruto's ending in chapter 700. It's kind of rushed and some fans can admit that. Having said all of this, the fanbase hoped that when Kakashi Hatake became the 6th Hokage, maybe he would go down with Shizune or Mei because they would make a good couple, right? But having said all of this, Kakashi did have a love interest or supposed girlfriend that most of you didn't know about whilst he was Hokage. This was all covered in the canon Kakashi Hiden, Lightning in the Icy Sky. The novel revolves around a year after the 4th Shinobi World War, in which some people are following the practice of Madara Uchiha in some cases and some other shit is going on too. Anyways, in this novel, it covers a girl named Kayo, and hopefully I pronounced her name right, but this Kayo is a ninja which can use ice release and is on Kage level, as she fought with Kakashi toe to toe with him. She's pretty powerful, to cut to the chase, and during this whole novel, with the plot developing, it cuts to a final chapter in which 4 months later of everything that had happened, Kakashi prepares to try and open a letter. As he is trying to open this letter, he recalls that the 5 Kage's inspection of a blood prison which is under Kaio's care, and how she met their approval by humiliating the 4th Raikage in a fight. You know, she's so powerful, and I wasn't kidding when I was saying that. Kakashi then tries to read this letter multiple times, but keeps getting interrupted by others such as Naruto and many others. All of them are like giggling like hee hee hee, and knowing that the letter is from Kaio, and assume that the nature of the relationship is boyfriend and girlfriend. This was due to the fact that Naruto, he was spreading rumors that Kakashi was in a relationship with her and he caught feelings. Kakashi then gets angry and scolds Naruto, but realizes it was only because he was excluded out of the whole debacle. The end of this novel strongly hints that they both did have feelings for each other, but because Kakashi is Hokage and she is a criminal, the book makes it clear to readers that they can't be together, and Kakashi didn't want to use his position of power as Hokage to let her off easy for her criminal crimes and everything that she did, so he can be with her. So realistically, it's not like Kakashi couldn't get a girlfriend. He's sexy as fuck, no homo, and due to his position as Hokage and other circumstances, Kakashi presumed being together with Kaio and the other chicks, for example, was just not feasible. Being Hokage made him incredibly busy, and also being one of the most famous ninja of all time played a factor too. So moving forward, during an interview in the preliminary preview of Naruto the Last Movie, Kishimoto, the creator of the whole anime, was asked on when is Kakashi getting married. Kishimoto in response said that he wondered this himself about whether or not he should pair Kakashi with anyone. So whilst he was writing the conclusion of the anime, he wondered who would be suitable match for Kakashi Hatake. But in the end, as Kakashi became Hokage, becoming really busy whilst he was writing up the conclusion, he couldn't think of anyone that would be a suitable pair to match Kakashi, and he didn't have the time to work on it basically. So I believe what Kishimoto was trying to say is, he can't just magically come out of nowhere and pair Kakashi up with someone where there's no feelings or common ground is even established. Now, I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Maybe you guys can call this bullshit, but yeah, just let me know what you think. Another reason Kishimoto gave, which I think they were all joking, because you guys have to remember Kishimoto has a very troll and fun personality at times. Like, he's goofy like I am when I'm making these videos. So during the same interview, Kishimoto said that Kakashi didn't get married because he doesn't show his face and he has a habit of covering his face with a mask, and if you want to get married, you have to draw an episode which uncovers himself first, and like, you can't really get married if you don't show your wife your face all the time. So yeah, that's about it guys. That sums it up of why Kakashi isn't in a relationship in Boruto. We can all hope that they dive into this topic one day, or someone brings it up and they can clear it up with that Kakashi is a player type guy and that he's getting all these side chicks and stuff, and that's why he doesn't do it and he doesn't want to settle down. Or they can do something funny where everyone tries to find him a date. That would be hilarious, right? Anyways, make sure to smash the like button as always, and remember that we have a sponsorship right now, and they are called Bookwalker, and they are offering $5 off any manga you buy on their website with our code called Anime Deep. Also follow us on social media like Twitter, Snapchat or Instagram, and hit the notification bell, and we see you guys next time as always.